Hello everyone, this is your main man Espresso Killer here, trying a new game today. It's called Subsistence. I'm going to do a solo game. I know it's going to be wussy, but I'm going to go easy. For now, I'm going to turn my hunters off, just so that way the hunters aren't attacking me. You'll see why later. But I'm going to start a whole new game on this one. So let's go easy mode, turn the hunters off. I am going to set it for 365 days because it's a realistic game. You might as well play a year. They do start to in March. That's the default start. That is when it's the soonest to get comfortable and survive without dying. So in this game, just to let you know, it's real easy to die. You will die quite a few times in the beginning, but that's not to be taken wrong. It's a learning game. The biggest things I can tell everyone is treat it like real life. When you get up in the morning, you eat breakfast. Halfway through the day, you should munch on a snack. Dinner time comes, make sure you have some food. It does track protein, water, and vegetables. You need to make sure that you have all three in perfect balance in order to have the best chance of survival. And once you get your food bars full, you can increase your stamina and health. It goes up slowly, but the longer that you are fully filled and don't have hunger issues, the sooner that the stamina and the health bars will go up. Keep in mind when you die, it does reset that. So say I've got 120 health. If I die, it drops me back down to 90 in easy mode. I do believe in normal mode it gives you 80 hit points, and in hardcore it gives you 70. So, again, let's get this rolling. We're going to do an easy world. No hunters for now. We can always come back and adjust all these settings anytime before we start an episode. So if this turns out too easy, we can boost it up and see how it goes. But for right now, I'm going to start on easy mode, hunters enabled. I have tried the game a few times. Me and Coffee Killer have an outstanding co-op world that we're doing right now. But this is my first solo world with a recording. So let's do this, see what we can do. I'm going to start the new game, and we'll go from there. When you start in a pair of pants. You have nothing else, no shirt, no shoes. They give you an axe and a glow stick. I'm going to, first thing I'm going to do is show you how to change the glow stick color, because the blue color of the glow stick, it really does not illuminate much. So if you can use your number keys for a hotbar, so like 2, I can get my pistol out. I'm going to reload that. They always give you 1 clip in it. There we go. Now tab brings it up. I've got 2 extra bullets. I've got an apple. Over here on the right, you see your proteins, your vegetables, and your hydration. You got to keep an eye on that. As these bars go down, your hunger bar will go down to give you a heads up as to how low you're getting. Your stamina bars here, you can run by tapping shift, and then you shift again to stop running. C will allow you to crouch down. This is my health. The other option of this too, let me get out of there, is I can hit V, and that will give you an ability to roll around your view. This is what I look like. Again, no pants, no shoes, or no shirt, no shoes. I got pants, so I guess I can go everywhere but the grocery store, So anyways, let's get into this. I don't want to waste a lot of time. I'm going to try to do each episode as, say, 1 full day, and that's a wolf. Great opening. When you run into a wolf like that, they will kill you. So first advice is run away. If you run far enough that you can turn around and see that he is going to kick my butt. And see, as I said, dying is a friend, unfortunately. I just happen to stand there too long out in the open, not doing anything, and that causes you to die. So we're going to respawn. Now when you respawn, it respawns you at random points on the map. First thing I'm going to do is use my head. I'm going to look around here and see if there's anything around. They only start you with a pistol the first couple times you die. So after a couple times, they will not start you with a pistol. You'll have to retrieve your body to get it back. As you've seen, it did say the body will despawn in 20 minutes. On easy mode, it's 20 minutes. On normal mode, it's 15. And I believe on hard mode, you get 10 minutes to do it. Conveniently, they place us at the world border. That would be this big fence here that we're seeing. So real quick, let's get into that glow stick. You're going to right click, left click on that glow stick. And my preferred color is orange. It gives you more of a daylight look. Big thing about this game, right off the bat, you want to grab as much trees as you can. The wood is everything you need to build. You got to have campfires. Upper left corner, you will see that there is a direction we're facing. but more importantly, there's a temperature above that. It is in Celsius. I'm not sure how to change that. I don't think you can in the game right now. But basically, if you hit 2 degrees Celsius, you start taking a little bit of damage from the cold. If you hit 0, you take damage about every 3 seconds from the cold. So, as you can see by the tree there, you see that skull? That is denoting where my body is that I need to go get. As again, I was saying, I'm going to try to make each episode a 1-day period in game. So if I play the game for 1 full day, sunrise to sunset, then I will go day by day for you guys on individual videos. What I just picked up out of the water was kelp. That is something you can eat. That does help you with your nutrition levels for your fruits and vegetables. Another thing with kelp too is you do need kelp to make an antidote. If you drink dirty water, you will get sick and you'll have to make an antidote. When you get attacked by animals, like pigs especially, boars, they can make it so that you need an antidote. They can infect you. The other thing is too, every time you butcher an animal, you will have to use your axe, but it does cover your hands in blood. So if you don't wash that blood off and you go around eating your food and collecting food, you again have a chance to give yourself that poisoning. So keep an eye on that. You will have a water canteen. Keep in mind you have to fill that water canteen. When you fill it, it will say dirty water. So do not drink that, or that is immediate poisoning. So what I do is I put mine on the campfire and I cook them. To be honest with you, this is a rather large map. I do not know how far away my body is, and I just started, so the body is not important. What I'm looking for here is an area to build a starter base. Being this is a rather large lake, I might just set it up right here just to get us going. With this game, you build your base. They also have what they call a BCU, which is a base command unit. The base command unit allows you to forge things such as generators and fireplaces, so that way you don't have to keep burning up a wood stove to keep going. Bear on the left, we want to give him way more room than we need to. The reason for avoiding the bears is they will kill you. That's what bears do. Bears kill people. But with a shotgun or proper maneuvering, you can take out the bears pretty easy. They are a huge source of meat and also fat. The fat of the animal you render in a furnace, and that will give you biofuel, which is the gas you need to run your generator. So keep that in mind. This tree here in particular is a grub tree. They're 6-log trees. You can get 6 logs out of them, but the last log always gives you a grub. Keep an eye on these. They are scattered throughout the map, but you need the grubs for various reasons. Obvious reason is if you're really desperate, you can eat a grub. It will give you protein. It'll give you some sustenance. But for the most part, what you're doing in this game is you're scavenging. You're looking for stuff that you can use to build and create. This game gets super in-depth. You can basically make almost anything out that you can make in the open. These right here are medicinal plants. What they do is you use them to mix together to make biofuel. You can use them in cooking once you get a stove. It's kind of interesting. And then over here, this right here is a perfect example. A little bit of scrap. You need scrap to build. It's just pieces. Crap, I don't have a bow. That chicken right there would be perfect for dinner, but unfortunately if you shoot it with a pistol, it turns the meat into destroyed meat, so you cannot eat it. It just turns into rotten flesh. So avoid shooting small game with pistols and rifles. Use a bow and arrow. Bows are actually really easy to craft. It takes a few sticks and some cordage, which is your basic twine. So what I'm going to do here is I'm gathering wood. You're going to do this every day. You're going to want to stop and pick up, a fair amount of wood as you run through the woods. What we're looking for is we're looking for supply crates and ammo crates and health kits. They'll be scattered throughout the map. They spawn randomly. In easy mode, they spawn 3 to 5 crates together. So if you find one crate, immediately check your surroundings. If you find 2 or 3 more. The benefit of those are they literally give you weapons like the ammo. Sometimes you can get a full weapon out of it. You also get shell casings and black powder, which allows you to reload your own ammo and create your own. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just running around gathering all this. That last little twig I picked up is what they call fiber. You need 2 pieces of fiber to make cordage. Cordage is twine, basically. So we're going to go ahead and, as you can tell, another grub tree. We're doing this for a reason, because I'm going to show you guys how I love to fish. I'm going to run over here real quick. Now, while you're gathering your supplies and picking up items like that, it is a good idea in the beginning, especially beginning game, to jump in your menu with tab. As you can see on the left, they give you an idea on how to get started. It's common sense. I don't really follow that too much. I got an idea of what I'm doing, but this is a good way to keep you guys on track. Harvest fibers, craft cordage, craft planks, all stuff you're going to need for basic building materials. I'm going to eat my kelp real quick just to boost up my protein bar. So anyways, while I'm in here, I'm going to throw down and we're going to make a few sticks. Sticks are very important because you need them for fire starting, you need them for crafting your bow. Arrows are made out of sticks and chicken feathers, so there's lots of reasons to do that. And even though I said the body is not important, I am still going to kind of wander that way because I did see a few items right out there that look kind of interesting. On the right, you can see in the water is a little wolf. You can avoid him. We can kill a wolf. It will take about 8 rounds out of your pistol when they start to attack, so it's kind of something you don't want to jump right into. But if you're starving to death and you have to eat or die, yeah, I've taken on a wolf on occasion just to get food. Another trick to use with wolves is if you get good enough with your bow, you can shoot them once or twice. What that does is that gets them hurt, gets them charging towards you. On killing wolves, I will go into a little better detail later when I do kill a wolf. We will, you try to get them to, you try to shoot them point blank. You want them to be rushing in on you, and then when they get close, you want to, take your shots then, so you get guaranteed hits and most damage. Again, potatoes. Vegetables out in the field. This is cordage. This is your fiber. So you want to pick up as much of that as you can. I recommend trying to find 20 a day if you can. It's very rare. I usually get 10 to 12. Crates like this are definitely beneficial. I'll show you a few reasons why later. The berries and fruit and veggies that you get, you can use to bait live traps. So I could set a trap outside my base, put some berries in it. Wake up in the morning, I might have some rabbits in there. And the rabbits you can do a few things with. You can obviously kill and eat them. Or the other thing you can do is, if you're at that point, you can build an animal coop where you can actually keep the animals in a coop. They stay in there. You can harvest them for fertilizer. You can harvest chickens for eggs. And the best thing about that is when they're in the coop, they become they become a domesticated animal, so the food has more protein and value. So it's always a good idea to keep an eye on your stocks. I try to keep as much extra around as I can, but like in real life, everything in this game has a spoilage. So if I had a steak I bought at Kroger's and I'm walking through the store, go home, maybe I stop a couple places, when I get home that meat may be spoiled. That literally happens in the game. So if I say I get a rabbit right now and I kill that rabbit, or chicken, you can catch chickens. I've never been successful. Keep an eye on chasing animals. If you chase a chicken like that, they have a really bad habit of leading you back into bears and wolves. So you'll be chasing a chicken thinking no big deal, and that chicken will head immediately to a bear or a wolf. Now I have reached my previous body. It's going to be a backpack. It's not going to be your actual body. And like I said, there was no reason to come over here because there is nothing here. But look at all the loot that I grabbed on the way through. Okay, so it was worth it. Right now I'm going to make a couple cordage. If I get enough to make another cordage, I can actually make a bow today. Or what I plan on showing you guys is fishing. So the bow is going to come soon. I'll make that relatively quick. But I want to set up somewhere where I can get myself at least a campfire going. Because as the evening comes along, you see we're relatively warm now. It will change. The temperature does drop, especially at nighttime. picture real life. It's March. I have no idea what the game makers or developers base this on. If it's, like Rocky Mountains, Canada, I don't know. But it does follow a trend where at night it will drop. Even in June, I've seen nights where it was 0 degrees. So we are definitely up in the mountains. Me personally, I know it's cheesy and kind of childish, but I like to picture it as I'm the only survivor from a plane crash. So somewhere in these mountains, probably my plane crashed and I am here. All my luggage and everything's gone. That's why you start in just a pair of pants, no other clothing. Um, as you can see when you're diving, on the top there is an O2 bar. Keep very good eye on that O2 bar. If it runs out, you do take like 8 points of damage each second that you're underwater. So ideally you don't want drowned. Keep that in mind. Looking around, I'm thinking we might do a little starter base right here on this little lake. Let's take a quick peek around behind us, make sure we're not going to get killed. Alright, cool. Alright, now I have built on this lake before in a previous world. This lake is one of my favorite places right now. I mean, obviously I haven't explored the whole map. But this lake is, I've had really good luck in this lake with fishing, to the point where I've caught lots and lots and lots of carp. Rule of fishing, if you're looking for bass, pike, you normally have to go out to the big lake. But if you're looking for just food like perch, small silverfish, and catfish, these little inland lakes like this that are fed by a stream are beautiful. I do catch quite a bit of my proteins out of the water, just because with this site here, the reason why I like it, you do have a grub tree there. You're going to have a grub tree up behind that rock. And then over here, if we look carefully, you got a grub tree on top of the hill up there. And you have a grub tree over there. Okay, and one more up in there. Like I said, this is a prime location because there is like 6 or 7 different grub trees up here. So, there is drawbacks. Building on the water does leave you exposed to the wind. It does make the temperatures a little bit rougher. But the reason why I like this spot is look at right here. You have a every morning supply of wood. Okay, I will tell you from experience, you're going to have a wolf and bear that spawn over there that we can hunt later on. Also, straight ahead of us, down that road, you're going to have boar. There's a boar that spawns over here. Really nice food source, lots of fat on those. And then, of course, anywhere you see a grub tree, they do tend to spawn the bears there. Let's go into the bears for just a second, just to give you guys a heads up. Black bears do not produce much. Brown bears produce a lot. So brown bears produce a lot of fat and necessity items. Let's see. Ouch, I need 6 cordage to make the pole. I also need cordage for my floor. So we're going to have to do a little gathering here. We'll run off that wood. We're going to worry about hitting the wood on the way back. Our big thing here is we need that string. We need that cordage. Like that. Fiber. Alright guys. Any of these crates, this one here is an ammo crate. It's kind of camouflaged. It's got actually a picture of the bullets on the front to let you know. And this, of course, is our favorite tree. This is our grub tree. This is going to get us some dinner. Should I get enough cordage. But the grub trees, I don't pass up ever. I mean, even if I'm wandering and I got to kind of wait around for an animal. Now, when you crouch in this game, it does make you more stealthy. You don't rustle the leaves as much, so the animals won't hear you coming when you do come this way. Keep that in mind. And medicinal plant. Thought I saw a chest out here. Huh. Okay, maybe not. Alright, so over there by the tree. Just like real life, I mean, if you're into living life,